Normally I try to clean my kitchen before filming these videos, but hopefully the background defocus is taking care of that. Hello, welcome to monsonmadethis. This is day 4 of my weight loss on a whole food plant-based diet journey. So thank you all that have watched the first 3 episodes. If you're just coming to this episode, definitely click above here to the playlist so you can start watching from episode 1 and then return to us here in episode 4. Thank you to those of you that have been watching and commenting. I've really enjoyed being able to interact with people in the comments and just hear what your own journeys have been like on similar plant-based diets or what's working for you. And it's just been nice to, have other folks that have gone through similar things just respond and reach out. So thank you for those of you that are doing that. And if you would like to comment or respond to this video, please do so. I would enjoy that as well. Today's video, sorry to wave my pen at you here. I have a list of things that I'm trying to make sure that I get through. First thing is, a lot of people don't like the long-windedness of my videos, so I will put right here the timestamp for when I actually start eating today. There's a lot of stuff that comes before that. One of the things I want to talk about, which came up in the last video and comes up again here, is mock meats. So I filmed a bacon taste test video with my partner Ben about a month ago. We had about 6 packages of different kinds of vegan bacon in the fridge, and I wanted to get through them without wasting them. So in the previous video, I ate some vegan bacon. Vegan bacon shows up again in this video. I don't actually eat it. It's in a preparation for my partner, Ben. I don't necessarily consider mock meats a part of a whole food plant-based diet, but I didn't want to waste any food that I had in the fridge. So of course I indulged in some of it. Actually, I do eat some in this video. I forgot. Secondly, it is related to that. I have a partner who we've been together 5.5 years, almost 6 years now. I've been vegan for 4.5 years. He's been vegetarian for 2 years. He's the kind of person that's always looking to gain some weight. I've been looking to lose some weight. So of course our dietary needs are very different. The way we eat is different. We eat at different times, and it's very rare that we sit down for a meal together because we're usually eating different things or, like I said, at different times. In this video, he shows up. He was hungry, so I made him a sandwich. It was vegetarian. I show you that whole process. But again, if you're not interested in seeing what he ate on this day before I eat what I was going to eat, then just skip ahead to that timestamp is when I actually start eating. Last thing, I talk about editing this video, and obviously I had intended this to be one video, but I ended up with 90 minutes of footage, so I decided to break it up into a week's worth of videos. So if you hear me start talking about editing and like, oh, I can't wait to get this video out, and I'm starting to edit it so I can get it out when I finish, obviously that didn't happen because then that wouldn't be happening. Sorry, one last thing. Water. I drink water. That's I haven't shown any drinks this entire time. Here we are in video 4, and I haven't acknowledged drinking at all. So yeah, it's just water. That's what I drink at every meal, although I did have some V8 in the fridge, and I drank quite a bit of it on this particular day for this particular video. It doesn't wind up on camera at all, but other than I guess it's a gallon of V8 that I had during the course of a week, every other thing that I drank was just water. That's it. Without further ado, let's get into day 4. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I feel like I've worn this shirt sweater combination for the last 3 days, but hey, 2020. But anyway, I'm on my second coffee of the day, which is just espresso with a splash of almond milk in it. So far, it's almost 11 this morning. I've been up for a couple of hours. Ben had to go to his parents' house just like a mile away to deal with some landscaping things. I've got a pot of black beans in the Instant Pot going. I'm actually editing this video that you're watching right now, or starting to like trim and tail clips. And I was just realizing how much I show you how I make beans, and I literally just did that same thing. I didn't film me doing it to the black beans, but just know that when I cook the black beans, the soaking and everything is the exact same as you saw a minute ago. So black beans are happening. I'll probably just finish trimming those clips. I want to go on my jog today. I didn't jog yesterday because I took the day off, but I want to go jogging today, and we just don't feel comfortable leaving Hopper specifically alone. I think he might be okay. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to just sneak out and do it and not tell Ben. And just hope that Hopper doesn't mess things up and rip carpet up and all that, because I'm not sure when Ben will be back. So yeah, that's on my mind. I just want to go on a little jog. Otherwise, feeling great. I had a slight headache yesterday, but I feel that the reason for that was these multivitamins. I felt like I was kind of getting a little like scratchy throat, and of course I freak out, so I take a multivitamin, and I forgot that this multivitamin, I think it's the like amount of B vitamins, I'm not sure what it is. Whenever I take a B complex, I get a headache. So that has it's an organic vitamin that I actually got at Costco, but it has a lot of B vitamins in it, so I think that was the cause. It usually, I totally forgot that I had taken that, and then the next day I was like, I woke up with a headache, that's weird, because I thought I had my headaches taken care of. I thought it would, anyway, long story. But I feel like my feeling yesterday morning was because of the vitamin that I took yesterday. So didn't take it yesterday, feeling good today, got beans going, sipping my coffee, editing clips, and I might be sneaking out for a jog, and then I'll let you know what I decide to eat. First today, I've got a lot of the rice, the black rice, that I'm not sure what the... There's a whole rice debacle, which I'll explain when I actually go to eat it. And yeah, or maybe I'll have something breakfasty. Maybe I'll do like a tofu scramble kind of thing. Who knows? I also need to bake another loaf of bread. I still have a lot, but I bought some einkorn flour yesterday, and I'm like super excited to try it. So I might make another loaf of bread machine bread. I'll eat it. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. So it's noon right now. I'm in my, well, it's the same shirt, but with a long sleeve under it, because I'm gonna go on a jog. Ben's on his way back. Hopefully, I told him I was gonna start stretching. I was like, I only need like 25 minutes, so if you I would love you to come home so I can just get a jog in. I'm a little over caffeinated, and I'm ready to go sweat out some caffeine. I do have the Instant Pot going there with my black beans, and I did end up starting a loaf of bread with this einkorn flour. I'll show it to you. This is what it looks like. So it's 100% organic einkorn whole wheat. I don't know the whole story about it. I watched this YouTube channel, sometimes called the Elliott Homestead, about a couple that lives in Washington, and they kind of farm and do everything, and the wife, I forget her name, she's always using einkorn flour. So it's apparently kind of like an heirloom. This was about $6 or $7 for 1 pound of flour, but you know, if I can get 2 to 3 loaves of bread out of this, that's not a bad price. So I'm trying it out using that same recipe that kind of failed last time, but has worked in the past. I did add vital wheat gluten. So we'll know in 3.5 hours whether or not that works. And then I'm gonna go on a jog, and I'll come back and eat something. A spoiler about our bacon taste test. The bacon that scored the lowest was a brand called Hooray, which is a rice paper based bacon. It just didn't work for us. But I've got a bunch of bacon and stuff in the fridge, and I don't want it to go to waste. So the bread is still cooking. The beans have been in for almost 3 hours. They just need a little bit more time, I think. I tested them, and they just weren't ready to go. But trying to decide what I want to eat. When I do eat here, and probably a little bit, I'm going to go shower and then probably be ready to eat after that. But I decided to just cook up this Hooray bacon and try to get it really crispy, and then crumble it up so I kind of have like a bacon bit. I think that'll be the best way to use that. So it'll have kind of a bacony flavor, but we just didn't like the texture of that bacon. So, oh, there's Ben fixing the toys in the background. So that's what I'm doing here. So cooking that up, crumbling it up.
What are you making?
It's the Hooray bacon. I'm just like cooking it up to...
Oh, the one we didn't like?
Yeah, but I'm gonna cook it up and make like bacon bits out of it.
I'm hungry. Maybe he's gonna make something that I can eat.
I can do that too. We'll figure that out and then we'll show you what we make. We have 3 or 4 kinds of vegan bacon in various stages of cooked and burnt and torn up. And then here's a bunch of tofu that I just thinly sliced and am searing on both sides. Not sure exactly what we're gonna be making yet. Ben and I normally have fairly different eating schedules and styles, and I mean, we do eat together occasionally, but a lot of times we're both just kind of making or doing our own thing. So I was really surprised when he actually showed up in the last shot and was like, hey, I'm hungry, let's eat, because it's a little early for him, but I guess he's been up for a long time. So he keeps saying he wants a sandwich like the Earl of Sandwich, Italian sandwich, but we don't have any white bread, but I have this flat bread, which is really good. So I cooked up all the bacon. We've got vegan bologna, vegan pepperoni, vegan bacon. I'm gonna shred up some cabbage, and that's what I'm gonna be making for him. I've got the tofu cooked up, not sure if cooking up, I'm not sure if he'll want tofu on there as well. And then I will probably end up doing something, I'm not sure what I'm gonna feed myself just yet. So I'll feed him, give him something good that he enjoys, and then I'll figure out what I want to eat kind of based on what's around. This is so not cute. I needed to use a little bit of oil. The pan was too hot. I didn't even slightly dry off the tofu before putting it down, so it's a mess. I'll still eat it. It'll still be delicious, but I was in too big of a hurry. And just like that, the kitchen looks like this. Ben's sandwich is finished on flatbread. It's 2 different kinds of vegan bacon. It's vegan bologna, mayo, Italian dressing, onions, pickles, cabbage, because I didn't have any like shredded iceberg or anything. So hopefully he likes it, and then maybe he'll want a second one, who knows, and then I get to throw something together for myself. Still don't know what I'm gonna eat. Okay, so I've been on a slight little adventure here. I was filming and I realized the FPS, or the shutter speed was off half of what it should be, so the footage was looking jittery, and then I noticed there was like a greasy smear across the lens, and the joys of cooking while trying to film. But I've decided what I'm going to eat. I'm not even sure what the last clip was, what I'm able to salvage of this. Ben loved his sandwich. He said it was a combination of the 2 sandwiches he was craving, so that was great. So I have the black beans are finished cooking. I have tofu that's cooked up. I have the black rice in the fridge. I have some broccoli in the fridge. I still have Brussels sprouts, but I'm in the mood for broccoli. So I'm gonna chop that up, and I'm gonna be making this sauce, which is a mustard curry sauce. And my friend Adam had messaged me. He got one of those like dinner, where it's like dinner ingredients are delivered to you and you cook with the ingredients. So he's like, oh my God, you have to try this sauce. And it's basically curry, mustard, and originally it was made with mayo, but I've substituted in tahini instead, and it's just a great sauce. So I'm gonna be having that. So it's black beans, black rice, mustard curry sauce, broccoli, onions, and probably a little bit of tofu. So I'm gonna straighten things up, get that made for myself. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I will get to eat. I've definitely pushed this a little bit further today, like eating. I got thrown off by wanting to make Ben a sandwich, and so now I'm like a little too hungry. I have been snacking on little bits of the bacon though, so whatever. But now I can focus on my meal, and yeah, so I'm gonna make that right now. This meal is kind of the epitome of what I'm trying to do here. I've got the grain on the bottom, which is the black rice. I've got my bean, which is the black beans. I've got veggies, which is this raw broccoli, and my broccoli sticks, which is the stem that's been peeled and then cut up. I've got some good healthy fats. I hate that word healthy, but it is. I've got the healthy fats in avocado, and then this dressing, which is a curry mustard dressing, is a little bit of vinegar, some curry powder, some Dijon mustard, and some tahini and water. So again, some more good fat. So I'm gonna just mix all this together, and I will be enjoying this delicious thrown together bowl. But again, it's kind of exactly what I'm trying to do here with my little experiment. This bowl is so good, and I especially love these broccoli sticks. I intentionally buy broccoli that still has the stems so that I can get that part. It's like sweet. It's my favorite. I'm so excited to eat this. I'm really hungry, as I just mentioned in the last clip. And yeah, I feel like I'm gonna feel great after this, still have quite a bit of energy. It's gonna be really filling. I'm actually not super hungry anymore because of the couple of like pieces of bacon that I ate, but the flavor of this sauce, I have altered it enough to where it went from someone else's recipe to an inspiration. So I will have a recipe for this mustard curry sauce on my website when this video comes out. So I'll have that linked below, or you can just Google mustard curry sauce on monsonmadethis.com. There's also onions in here, and raw onions kind of make it, and also like 2 of those pieces of tofu chopped up. All right, so yeah, I'm almost finished with this, but there's a few things I needed to say. First thing, I nailed the cook on these black beans. It was a little over 3, maybe 3.5 hours. I kind of forgotten about them while I was making stuff for Ben, and then they're absolutely perfect. This dish is incredible. I told you I was going to tell you all about the black rice saga. Basically, I bought rice thinking it was jade pearl rice, even though it was black. I posted a picture of it on Instagram. The company, Lotus Foods, came back and was like, that's not jade pearl, that's forbidden rice. And then I ate it all, and then went back to the store, bought their forbidden rice, and realized the rice that I had originally was not forbidden rice. And then I went back to Whole Foods last night and bought the same stuff that's labeled jade pearl that was from the bulk section, which is not, which is not the black forbidden rice. It's something else. Looking it up, I think it's like a Thai purple rice or something. So I'm not sure what kind of rice it is, but it's my current favorite rice. I'm so in love with it. So I need to figure out exactly what it is so I can make sure to buy it again, because it's labeled jade pearl at Whole Foods and it's not the forbidden. So oh yeah, and I started eating at 2:30. Forgot to mention that earlier. That's all. Well, it's once again 10 o'clock. It's been quite a few hours since I've eaten anything, although I did drink quite a bit of V8. And I think I had another slice of the vegan bacon that was on the counter. So I'm back here with apples and peanut butter again. I feel like I should have more of a substantial dinner, but this just sounded really good. Ben downloaded Cyberpunk. He's been waiting like 6 years for the video game to come out. So I've just been in his office watching him get started and play, and so I was kind of caught up in that, and I was like, you know what, I really should eat something. So I came in here and made this, and so I'm gonna go back in there and watch him play a little bit more. Yeah, not super hungry. So who knows what later will be like. Again, I feel like I should have like another meal today, but we'll see. So this is the loaf of bread I made today with the einhorn flour. It's pretty thin, but I'm excited to taste it. It's got kind of a cool texture on top, but I'm gonna be slicing into this to give it a taste, and I also made like a really cool dip that I'll show you in a second. I'm feeling just a little bit snacky, so bread and dip sounds like a great dinner. So I sliced a piece of this bread. Looks pretty good. Like, it didn't get the full lift, but honestly, it looks really good. It does have a different flavor than a traditional whole wheat. I really like that. Texture is really nice too, really soft. The dip that I made is the remainder of the white beans, a little bit of yogurt, garlic, tahini. So it's kind of like a yogurty hummus. It's so good. I'll have a recipe for this either linked below or somewhere. It'll be on my website somewhere. Yeah, yogurty, tahini, or just white bean and yogurt dip, maybe I'll call it. So I'm gonna slice a few more pieces of the bread. I have a little bit of broccoli left, so I think I'm just gonna make a little platter of bread and broccoli. And that's, well, it's about 11 o'clock now, so I'm still feeling pretty good after the apple and peanut butter, but it's feeling kind of snacky. So why not treat myself? Here we have my midnight snack slash dinner. Broccoli, my broccoli sticks, my einhorn bread, my white bean and yogurt dip. I'm not sure how much of this I'll actually eat, but I'm just gonna enjoy it. Again, we've got good veggies, we've got lots of protein, we've got whole grains. So it's, even though it just looks like dip, it's, in my opinion, fairly balanced. So I'm excited to plop down in front of the TV and enjoy this. I fully went to town on that. The dip is gone. There's a little bit of broccoli left, which is fine. I can save that for something tomorrow. It was delicious. Love the bread. Love the dip. Love the broccoli. I'm really full. I just horfed it. I forgot to also mention, I was saying it's pretty balanced. It's got the veggies, the protein. Also has a decent amount of fat. I put, you know, tahini in the dip, and there's also some olive oil, a little tiny bit, but a little olive oil in the bread. So yeah, feeling pretty good about that, and it's definitely gonna get me through the night. So I'm signing off for Wednesday evening, and I will see you Thursday tomorrow morning.
Ryan Little.